Asia Smith. Hey, sweetie.
Hi, honey.
How are you?
I'm great.
We are so excited that we get to do this special. This is a Christmas special for you. And I was thinking, okay, how can we do this that it's different?
Yeah.
I don't want it to be too serious. I kind of want to encourage, strengthen those out there that may be having some sad times during this holiday. You know, we talked about that on our recording a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
What happens during the holidays. And so we know Christmas is within a few days from now. And so we're going to do this special today just to kind of like pat you on the back, put a smile on your face, and get you to see that there is greater coming. There is greater for you. You don't have to be sad. You don't have to be depressed. You don't have to feel lonely this holiday Christmas season. It's really up to you. And so I'm hoping that by the time we finish with our recording today, that you will be blessed. You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, she be acting like she's not, she's a comedian. And so I had to tell her, come on, we're not going to be serious today. But she is truly a comedian, and I just love her sense of humor. So today you might see a little part of us that's a little different today. But that's okay. It's us, right?
Yes.
You probably get to see us in our raw form, you know, and that's okay. So that's what I'm trying to say. I want you to just open up this Christmas season, this holiday, and do not allow what happened last year, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, get to you. Let this season be different for you. Let this Christmas be a different Christmas for you. We want you to see the joy in this Christmas. You know, the reason for the season is what we say. It's Jesus. And I believe if we do like the Word of God says, put our minds on Him, we'll be in perfect peace. Now, I can understand when you don't have money to go buy gifts and all that kind of stuff, you feel kind of bad, especially if you're a giver. Right. I'm a giver, so I know how that feels.
Yeah.
There have been many, this is probably the first Christmas in I don't know how long that I didn't worry about money. I didn't worry about being able to be a blessing to someone else. I had it, you know, but it hasn't always been that way. So I know how it feels when you want to give and you can't.
Yeah.
So we're going to kind of talk about that. So the title today, Miss Asia came up with, what is it today?
You put it on
you know,
me.
I'll put you on the spot.
Things that you cannot buy.
Now tell them what you were thinking of when you gave us that topic today.
Actually, I woke up and thought of the things that you cannot buy. I literally woke up with that on my mind, thinking about the things that are going on with the people around us. That you know, like I said that I'm gonna start when people start asking me questions when I'm not being myself, things that's not within our control. That might be another topic. So when you're looking at your loved ones and the people you care about that's going through things, and in my current situation, you know, you got people that's going through stuff and you want to help them, and then it's like you ask the question, am I wasting my time? Am I wasting my time trying to help somebody, regardless of whether they say they want the help, they need the help, or, you know, they don't want to be that way. But if you're going above and beyond for them, and they're not utilizing, utilizing that, are you wasting your time? And with that, it's like things that you cannot buy back. And it was like, you cannot buy back your time.
Right.
You cannot buy back your loved ones that's gone, and you can't buy love. You can't put a price tag on love. You know, people, you know, we say money can't buy love, you know, and some people be like, yeah, I can. It's not true love if you have to buy it. You know, so that was going through my mind when I was thinking about things that you cannot buy. And it just so happened to go along with this because, you know, I think I said to you early, you can't buy your way into heaven.
You sure can't.
You know, so there's things that you just, you can't buy. So, and I know we have the topic on presents with the TS versus present, you know, so that also kind of goes along with it. if somebody was to say, hey, choose. Do you want your mama to come into town or you want a big screen TV?
Okay.
You might just want your mama presence over that big screen TV.
Exactly.
So presence versus present.
I love it. I can segue off of that you cannot buy salvation. You cannot buy your way into heaven.
No.
And so I chose this scripture, Ephesians 2:8-9, and you can read it later if you desire, write it down. For by grace are you saved through faith, and not that of yourselves. It is the gift of God, not of works. So you can't work for it. So you definitely can't buy it.
Right.
Okay, lest any man should boast. So God is saying, this is a gift. And so when I was saying earlier, when I first started the program, wanting you to focus on him in this holiday, this season. Don't focus on what you don't have, what you can't do, all those things that we do think about. You're not the only one.
Right.
But we have to make a choice. We have to decide that, no, I know I decided this Christmas, I am not going to be the way I was last Christmas, the year before. I am going to enjoy my Christmas, not thinking about what I don't have, what I want to do, but I can't do. None of that. No, I am going to focus on what I can do. Right? Focus on who I can bless with what I can bless with. And so it's the same thing with our salvation. God is saying, I've given you a gift. That gift you didn't do anything for, but of course, accept it.
Right.
You gave your life to him. You're accepting the gift of Jesus. And so I want you to do the same thing. Accept the gift of God. It's not just salvation. But when you think of salvation and heaven, she was saying you can't buy your way into heaven, right? So you have to receive the gift. So we don't want to go just to heaven. We want to be able to live heaven on earth.
That's right.
And that I love that phrase. When I think about what? I can have heaven on earth? What? Really? I want that.
Right.
I don't want to wait till I die to enjoy life.
Right.
They're saying best life. So I'm 55 years old and I'm saying I'm living my best life. Yeah, I'm going to live my best life. Why? Because that's my choice. So you have a choice today. Receive the gift of God, which salvation is not just going to heaven. Salvation is in every area of your life. It's your relationships, it's your finances, everything. God can bring deliverance in those areas. He can save you. We say salvation, save you in those areas so that those areas are like heaven on earth. I can have the best right here in the earth, but I have to choose it. I have to want it. So do you want it? Do you want the gift? It's so much more. When you start unwrapping the gift of God, Jesus, man, it's like, wow. So you get to a point where you're not materialistic. Why? Because his gift is so far greater than the material things of the world. When you start really unraveling the gift of God, the gift of Jesus, and all that he's done, you get to a point where you become a giver. Some people might say, well, I was stingy growing up. I wasn't, but I'm just saying. Somebody might say, I was stingy growing up. But because they started to unwrap the gift of God, they became a giver. They became one who thought of others more than themselves. So that's something you can't buy. That's a heart issue.
Yeah.
It's a mindset. You can't buy that. It's something that, again, you choose, you decide to do.
Right.
What else? Now, you were saying, so you had a mindset of there are things that we can't buy. So you said love, we can't buy love. And although some people, they talk about the love languages.
Love languages, yeah.
And so I was trying to remember. I was like, okay, what was the love languages? I don't remember the name of it, but I do remember that one of the love languages does deal with receiving things. They receive love by you giving something to them. Okay. Right. So, but you still can't buy love. That's just a emotional appreciation of something that you give that I desire from you, and you do it that way. So I'm believing you love me. I believe you love me, but that does not mean you love me, right?
Right.
Right. That's just how I receive love, by demonstration, which I feel like love has to be demonstrated. You can say
Right.
you love me all day long. So when we talk about the gifts on this program today, we're saying the greatest gift that you could have in this season, in this holiday, in spite of all the things you've experienced, all the things that you've gone through. And you might say, well, I don't know Jesus. So how can I focus on him when I don't know him? Well, you can come to know him. We have, music that sings about Jesus. We have messages on TV, radio. See, there is so much. You have churches. There is a way for you to come to know Jesus. And then you can understand what I'm saying when I say unravel, because he is a gift. Unravel him. Come to know him. When you get a gift and you open it up, you use that gift. Well, you should use it. Some might say, well, that gift been sitting over there in that corner for 10 years.
Collecting dust
Because it wasn't something I asked for. Well, for Jesus, for God, you're going to have to ask for it. Because he does not bombard you. He doesn't come into your life and make you receive him. He's truly a gift, meaning he has given himself to you. Wow. I'm not going to do all the talking.
Oh, I was going to let her go ahead and
I love to hear Asia talk, because she says things and it'd be like, that's why she's co-host, because that girl knows some stuff.
Yeah. Well, I thought about time. With, the season and everything, we're talking about stuff that you cannot buy. I have become, with me taking a lot of loss over time. Think about the people in Hurricane Katrina, people who have lost things in fires and floods and stuff like that. There's things that cannot be replaced. And which is why I have all of, I take a lot of pictures. People talk about me because they be like, are you taking pictures of your food? Yep. I'm in Paris taking a picture of this hamburger. Yes, I'm having a French fry in France. I'm taking a picture. So I've been about creating memories.
That's good. You can't buy memories.
Right. You can't buy memories. And I think about that. You think about if your house was to catch fire, you're not going to grab your TV. You're going to make sure your pets is out, your kids is out. And probably, if you got a safe, to get all your pictures and your birth certificates and stuff like that, I don't know. If you had time to grab stuff, what would you grab?
Right.
You going to buy your TV? You going to grab them Jordans? How about the PlayStation? Seriously, it's going to be that my mama is gone. The only thing I got left of my mama is that necklace.
That's right.
It's things that cannot be bought. Time. That time with somebody, somebody, let's just say somebody right now is in the hospital and they're sick, and you got a choice between a Christmas party or being with that loved one.
Yes.
What are you going to do? If that person was to pass away because you're thinking that you have more time because they've been in the hospital for a few days or whatever, time versus this Christmas party. What are you going to do if you find out that person passed away? Time. Your kids. They're only going to be small for how much?
Oh, my gosh. They grow up so fast.
You don't have a lot of time. The thing about time that people kind of irritate me a little bit, and I heard Priscilla Shire say this. She was like, people always say, if I say I'm 44 years old, you just a baby. But Priscilla Shire was saying, well, if you don't know what your death date is, if I'm 44,
right,
and let's just say in this book of when my life is supposed to end is at 45, then I'm pretty old. 44 is pretty old.
Right.
44 is probably young to somebody who has been blessed to live to see 65, 75. Oh, you just a baby. Oh, I'm blessed to be 44 because some people didn't make it to my age.
That's right.
So it's just those things that you talk about when I'm talking about time. You know, time spent with your kids, time spent with your spouse, time spent with the people that you care and you love about.
Yes.
And love, and I was thinking about earlier also, if this person was to pass away, would you be okay? That one phone call, that call that you say, I'll call you back and you don't, and then find out they gone.
Right. Oh,
I was just talking to them yesterday and I was supposed to call them back. They're not
happens
here.
all the time.
Things that you cannot buy. That's just something to think about. Think when you're sitting at home alone, you're sitting at your job, you're sitting around at Christmas times or whatever, instead of thinking about, you know, what you're going to get somebody for Christmas, it might just be your presence. And I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot from people. Be like, I just want your company. You're just so much fun to be around. I just need you over here. You ain't got to buy nothing. Just come, just be you. Just show up. And that's good enough. That's good enough for some people. You know, and that's important.
It is important.
Because how would you feel that every time you come to somebody's house, you have to bring them something?
From you. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what, you know, this is a loaded topic. It can go so many different ways as far as like things that you cannot buy. What is that one thing right now that you cannot buy? People always ask the question, if you had $1 million, what would you do? Look at the curse of the people that won the lottery.
Oh my gosh,
The people that won the lottery, they got it bad. They got it bad. So what would you do? What would you do with the things that you can't? Think about it. If you were to, I used to say this about people that I've been in relationships with, and I think about, you know, they choose things. You see how men, they cars is more important than they women. That video game, that time with their homeboys. And then now you mad because your significant other is cheating because now this other man or this other person, because I'm not going to make it just seem like it's just females. It might be males too. If that man love language is affection, attention, or time, and he goes and he's spending time with another woman or time with another man, if you're, you know, the other way around, how would that make you feel? How would it make you feel when a kid acknowledges somebody else because somebody else's parent is giving them that time that you didn't give to them? There's just certain things that you think about that a long time, guilty, that a long time with Christ, that relationship. Now's the time to think about those things that you cannot buy. What are your options? The people that's in your life, is it something that they do that maybe the next person won't or don't do? And it's not always buying you stuff.
Right.
I mean, when you think about relationships, you think about those little things that people used to do for you that no one else will do.
Exactly.
You know,
things, yes.
I'll put it out there. I have an ex that used to do it all. He used to clean my ears, grease my scalp, rub my feet. You know, it's like, how many men you know to do public displays of affection? You don't get too many men that'll do that. Hold your hand, kiss you in public, you know, stuff like that. It's just those little things you realize, you know, people always talking about you never miss things until it's gone.
Yes.
Don't wait till it's gone. Appreciate what you have right now.
And see, that's what I think about Christmas. I think that Christmas should be that time of giving, right? We look at it as a time of giving.
Yeah.
You know, and so for those of you that are saying, I don't have the money to buy gifts this year. Okay. Say you don't have anything at all, because the first thing comes to my mind, girl, go to the dollar store, Dollar Tree. 99-cent store, somewhere that you don't have to spend a whole lot, and they still have good stuff. They still have name brands in Dollar Tree, 99-cent store, whatever these other, off name stores that are 99 cents, $1.25 items. There is a way when you have the desire, you have a will to give a gift. But if you don't have the money, you just really don't have the money, time. Making the memories, like you said. I took my grandchildren to Flagstaff. I have been wanting to do that for years. And praise God, I had the money to do it this year. Why was that so important to me? It was so important to me because it brought memories.
Yeah.
I had fun time with my grandchildren. I was able to do things with them that we don't normally do.
Right.
We went off somewhere away from the norm. And so that's what we're talking about for this holiday season. For this Christmas, make it your best Christmas. You can do that. Yeah. Don't allow it to be what it was in the past if it was negative and lonely or whatever. There's somebody out there. You don't have to be alone. Mm-hmm. You really don't. Yes, we say cliche, Jesus is with you always. He said, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. Okay, what I'm saying today is there is someone physically here in the earth that you can spend some time with. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're having a hard time figuring out who that is, pray about it. Pray about it. I'm serious. I know God has someone. Maybe someone you haven't talked to in a long time. Mm-hmm. Maybe there's a relative that you haven't seen in a while, and they might be feeling just like you. Yeah. Pick up the phone. Yeah. Pick it up. Call them.
Well, every time we get on the phone, they be on the phone for 2 hours and 3 hours. They don't never let you go. They say they're going to let you go. They'll never let you go. Mm-hmm. You know what? Mm-hmm. If you do that, you never know when that next conversation may take place. They might need that. Mm-hmm. That's a present with itself. And I was just going to say, what is it that's about you that you can give? Mm-hmm. I don't care if it's a song. Mm-hmm. I have said, as long as I can do something that'll make somebody, that's me. Mm-hmm. I listen to people. You hear them say, ooh, if I could just get a good cake.
Right.
Merry Christmas, your cake.
Yes.
There's ways of giving gifts that, you may not financially. I don't care if it's just going in your cabinet and cooking a meal. Mm-hmm. Yes. It might be the gift of singing, a gift of dance.
Bring a smile on their face.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You'd be amazed how far a compliment go. Mm-hmm. Yes. Just to a stranger, you know. Right. So I mean, like she was talking about Dollar Tree stuff. You'd be amazed. Mm-hmm. You got Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, and YouTube. That Dollar Tree stuff, they be like gifts that you can make for $1. Mm-hmm. Get you a coffee mug, get you some stickers and some hot chocolate and some Hershey Kisses, and there you go. Mm-hmm. And a Christmas card.
Because then we always say it's the thought that counts. Just because you gave me something that I was not expecting.
Right.
That just made my day,
Think about it. Parents, when their kids in school, you hold on to stuff. That baby will carve that turkey out of their little hand, and you save it forever. Mm-hmm. It's the little things. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And when people see that you can appreciate the little things, they'd be like, she loved my coffee mug. She's using my coffee mug. Mm-hmm. And the next year, when they have it, like she said, they might get you a bigger gift because now they can afford to and they know that you appreciate it. When you show that you can appreciate the small things, you never know what happens when you don't expect anything, you get the big thing. Mm-hmm.
Maybe you're a writer. You do poems.
Oh, yeah.
Write a poem.
Oh, yes.
Use your creativity. What are you good at? I feel like the best gifts are those that are truly thought through. Yes. You don't just go, because, say you got a whole lot of money and you just go buy a whole lot of stuff, but you put no thought in it.
Right.
That, to me, it's a gift for me to be able to give to someone else. That that's a gift for me.
Right.
I'm excited
Right.
when I get to give gifts. And then I give the gift and I'm waiting to see their face.
Right.
They start smiling or they start tearing up because of the gift that I gave them. They read the card that I picked out, that I took time out to read and say, okay, that fits them. Because that's how I buy cards. If it does not fit my relationship with them, if it does not fit who they are, I don't get it.
Right.
Why? Because I am a giver. And when I give for real.
Right.
And it's from the heart. And so I'm saying to you, we have the greatest gift of all, and that's Jesus. And he showed us what it meant to give your all. Give your all. And he didn't tell you have to clean yourself up. He didn't tell you got to have it all right. He gave himself for you. So I'm saying this Christmas, give yourself. I'm telling you, it's going to bless you. Give yourself to someone else through your creativity, find a gift, however you want to do it. Picking up a phone and saying, you know, Auntie, I miss you. Auntie, I remember those days when I used to spend time. Man, you don't understand what that will do for your aunt. So it's those types of gifts.
Yeah, real quick.
Go ahead.
You said that, and I'm going to let you close. But you said that, and I thought about that. You know, like if just somebody expressing how they feel and what you think about them. A lot of people, you know, they always talking about the eulogy. Everybody want to tell people how they feel about them when they dead. Give me my flowers, what they say. Give them their flowers while they're alive. You go see a card, if it's a blank, instead of, you know, I was saying Hallmark cards, you write your thoughts and your feelings of how you feel about that person in that card. Just like a proposal. A person come to propose to you, hey, I've been with you for 3 years. You loved me through this. You kept me through that. You've been there for me. I don't want to see myself with nobody else. Pour out. Give of yourself.
Give of yourself. That's it. So I am so hoping that you've taken something from what we've said today. And let this Christmas be the best Christmas ever. Know that you are loved. Know that there is so much out there, but you have to choose to receive it.
Yes.
Choose to receive it. And again, because I am a giver, and when I give, I'm actually receiving.
Right.
So you will receive. Even when someone's not handing something in your hand, you will receive by giving. We love you so much. Come back to the awakening. Hope you are blessed this Merry